All right, we are going to talk about scalability and automation today with Candy Bowen. Hey, Candy.
Hi, how are you doing? Oh,
Good. Oh, it's time to
I
go.
just hit snooze. Let me hit stop. Okay, I'm back.
Well, while you're doing that,
Okay,
let me do
good.
a quick intro. So, Candy is the team leader for the Candy Bowen team at Realty Executives in Tucson. But Candy, let's provide the audience with some perspective on why you are a master of scalability and automation before we get into your tips.
Okay, so I talk a lot about how I got into real estate in the first place because I got into real estate as a transaction coordinator, and that company ran me through 200 deals a month. So I learned
Wow.
the back end of the transactions, checklists, all the stuff. And once I decided, I was there for about 3 months, and I decided that I want to go get these bigger commission checks. I think I could do a good job. I know the paperwork, I understand it.
Yeah.
So in my first year of real estate, I ran Rookie of the Year. I sold 50 houses, 10 million in volume.
Nice.
It got 5 designations and run Rookie of the Year for the Tucson Association of Realtors. And during that first year, I could see pretty quickly that things were going to get crazy. Like my expectations were set quite low. I was like, if I sell one house in 6 months, I'm sticking with this
Not
thing. Like,
25.
no, not 25, not 10,
Right.
not anything. I was like, I have enough money to last 6 months. I know this is an educational process at the beginning. I
Hmm.
don't know anything about the industry, and I'm just going to work really hard. And if I can sell one house in 6 months, and I had a really good friend of mine, Becca Riccardi, who's told me it's slow at the beginning, but then once you build it, and she's hired me as a showing assistant. I wasn't on her team, but if she needed someone to open a door, I was like,
Okay.
I'm there. I'm making
Nice.
money. Let's go.
Yeah.
Got to afford to get my kid in daycare.
Right.
So anyway, I took down every single thing I did in a transaction, anything that came up, any fires, any problems, anything I didn't know. I didn't know you could only have 4 well shares for an FHA. So toolbox,
Or
so I
what?
for an FHA loan. So you can only have 4 wells on a well share in order to get approved for an FHA loan. If it has
Oh.
5 people on it, you can't use it. So
Oh.
all these little tidbits and tips and things like that, I put everything in a operating manual. And when I got so big, actually, I was on bed rest with my second child, Lane, because I did IVF, had trouble,
Hmm.
got placenta previa, got put on bed rest for 4 months,
Oh
and
my
I was
God.
forced to go ahead and make a team. So in that moment, I was like, okay, I have this operating manual, literally everything I do, and I keep
You're
holding.
so organized.
Well, I am not, so I'm overly organized.
Gotcha.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like I
Yeah.
have to be organized in order to stay. So I had it in OneNote and had it separated. So I just separated out what an admin could do. And I did that. And then I took Becca's idea of finding someone who would just go and run for me for an hourly
Right.
wage. No risk. You're making the money. You can tell them, I don't know the answer. Call Candy. I'm just opening a door.
Right.
So I hired a couple of those to keep me going while I was on bed rest. And
Nice.
that turned out fantastic. I was able to do what I needed to do and manage from the phone. I would write contracts and stuff from there. So I basically was my assistant while somebody was out being me at,
Nice.
at that time. And it just worked out for me. So that year I sold, so my second year, 70 houses. In my third year, once I hired a TC and a showing assistant, I sold 120 houses. Last year, me and my team sold 165 houses, and it was
Nice.
just 2 of us and the TC. And then this year, we're hoping to get up to 200. But the biggest thing that gives me any cloud as far as that my systems work is that I've sold over 500 houses and $104 million in real estate in less than 5 years.
Right. And you can't do that without like automation.
Or
So,
doing a good job.
I mean, can you kind of give us the tips though? Like, are the same tips useful for people doing more than 50 houses as they are for people that are doing less?
Yeah, I guarantee anybody can use scalability in their business. Whether
Hmm.
you're a one-man person, your
Hmm.
scalability can then become a spreadsheet, a checklist. You can put things into place that if you have to send an email more than 2 times in your life, make a template.
It's
Like
right. Canned
this little
response or template.
boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. In this industry, we learned that saving seconds is big. So
Yeah.
like if you're saving seconds all day, all day, all day, you get your time back. You get an hour or two with your kids,
Right.
so all of that. So it's starting off agent, you start doing that, but you think bigger. You're like, okay, I'm going to start these systems. I'm going to produce something that works for me.
Hmm.
And then I'm going to be able to make it repeatable to the next person. And then also inside of that system is you can take on now that I have a team, if you are little and you're thinking about growing a team, or if you have a small team and you want to scale, you can take all of that and then say, this is the value I'm providing you for your commission split.
Yes.
Like, not just, hey, you're on my team.
Yay.
See you later.
Right.
I'll be
Exactly.
and getting my nails done. No, I'm like, look, this is what we do. You all you do is go out and make money. Like,
Right.
you
That's
out
it.
there,
You focus on sales.
client,
Yeah.
give it to us. We'll make sure that you get a commission check. And then
I think too, though, what you're saying is like making me think about a kind of a paradigm shift in our industry, which is you can create these tools so that you have a saleable asset when you are done being a realtor. Because like at some point, even if you don't have a team and you're just like just one person, when you have systems that are automated, now you have something to sell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have something to sell, and you have something that you can just step away from, and it's just this engine, and it's doing all these good things, and you can make sure you check. So 2 books that I read that I use all the time.
Yeah.
Obviously, the $1 Million Real Estate book.
That's a good book. Yeah.
That's a good one. I read that while I was pregnant with my first son before I got into real estate, which is funny. And the second one is the 4-Hour Work Week. It's a great,
that's a great book.
Read,
yeah.
And it's like, that's what I want in my life. I want to check my email 1 hour a day for 4 days a week, and my business runs.
And you're done. Yeah.
Mhm.
But in order to do that, basically like the first tip is to, if you're writing an email more than once, make it like a template or some type of canned response or some type of automated.
Tip number 1, if you do anything more than once, make a template, put it on a checklist. Make sure you like put it somewhere where you are easily like just easily doing everything. So if you say, this is all the steps I do in a Benzer, Benzer checklist.
Yeah.
This is all the stuff that I do at closing checklist, like literally, and it's live. It's not like it's like said and done and set in stone. Like, if you realize that you're doing another thing, add it to the list. And that just provides better service to the clients.
And you're doing it in OneNote. Is that what you said?
I started in OneNote. All of my operating manuals in OneNote. I use a system called Paperless Pipeline for my checklists.
Okay, got it. And people, I mean, you could use whatever
anything. You can use an Excel spreadsheet. Like,
yeah, like whatever you actually use is what works, right?
Say you're a single agent, you've done 20 deals, and you can handle it on Excel. Do it.
Right.
Pushing 150 through. It's like, I needed a more structured system that that's a little bit more meaty. But that's all where, like, if you have the money and you're going to make money from using that system, then spend the money. If you don't spend the money.
Right.
Figure out how to make money and then spend the money. Like, people roll in and get $500,000 of leads a month, the first month.
Yeah.
And then they're coming from a place of desperation. There's tip number 2. Never come from a place of desperation. People can smell that from a mile away.
They can smell that commission breath.
If my client wants to back out because there's some, like, I know they have cold feet, they're making something up.
Yeah.
This bathtub doesn't have really good caulk. I mean, you know what? F this house. Let's go to another house.
Right.
I don't care, because then they know I'm not desperate for a commission. And then also sometimes they're like, wait a minute, it's just
I like this house.
I'm like, yeah, it's just caulk, but you didn't. I mean, I'll always
that might be like a little bit, maybe ask
I'll always start with, it's a minor, I'll say it's a minor thing, but if they push it and I can tell that they're just trying to, they're just not feeling it anymore. I'm like, okay, I get
whatever.
it. I get what's happening here. Let's go.
But that's good, because that's something we talk about all the time, is like generate so you don't have to tolerate. Because if it's hard, it's a lot easier to have a better attitude when you have a lot of deals coming in, and it's a lot harder, and it's a lot harder if you don't, right? So if this is like, if you're doing one deal every 6 months, you're going to take a beating, right? You're going to be there painting their house. You're going to be there doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Doing that and doing 10 deals a month,
right? Exactly. You're going to be taking up too much time. Yeah, good. That's a good. How do you, if you're the type of, I mean, even your first year you did 50 though. So you never really had what do you think is different about like your mindset when compared to like what you said? Everybody was telling me it's a slow startup. Well, it wasn't for you.
Okay. Expectations, not coming from desperation, educating myself. I got a bunch of designations, getting involved with the association. Tip number 3, if you're not involved with your association, get involved. That's where you're going to find the best information. best connections. Somebody has a listing on the other side of town. They don't want to drive an hour because it's in Green Valley. They're calling me.
Right.
Basically the only person, because I'm up there involved. I mean, there's a couple more now since I started. There's more people from my area getting involved in the leadership, which I'm so happy about. But you know, it gets your name out there. You learn things, you pick up little tidbits that you just hear in conversation that are going to help your business. So get involved in your association. Step 3, take on a leadership position, do something that's going to make you look like the expert, get something that you're passionate about. You know me, I like the Young Professionals Network. I love coaching, love educating, stuff like that. So I'm the chair of the Young Professionals Network this year in Tucson. And it's great. I get to learn how to plan events. People know my name. We're almost starting to create.
And you like to have fun, so that's perfect.
Yeah, and it makes it better because we're all lone wolves. So like if you get connected in the association and do the things, then you actually have some feel of collaboration and like commonality and stuff like that, instead of feeling like you're just go with clients all day.
I know
long.
that's like one thing they never tell you about real estate is like how lonely it is.
It quite is, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I started my team, because I was like, well, I don't want to be alone. I'm just gonna start a team. Screw it.
And I will give out a big tip. Tip number 4. This is a big one. Open houses. I know everybody hates them. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. Because guess what? I'm stuck in a house with nothing to do but work. And maybe somebody's going to come in and I'm going to make some money. So do open houses. If nobody shows up, fine. You just got 3 hours of work done. You know, you're following up, you're sending leads, you're doing stuff like that.
You look really good in front of the client too.
You look great for your seller. You're on top. It puts your listing on the top of Zillow. If you post about your open houses, you're constantly working for your clients. It just shows a good thing. So it's not just that, oh God, I didn't have a buyer come in. It's like, what else am I doing for my brand and my reputation and for my clients? Am I providing value? Yes.
Right.
So open houses are great. Don't be
you use them as like a time block.
Yeah, it's a time block. It's like, okay, I'm here. I got my little, if it's vacant, I got my little plastic chair and thing. And I'm just sitting there with my laptop.
I used to carry like that, one of those folding chairs you get like the Bengals game or the games or whatever. It's like,
we hit ourselves on the head, like you said before, by going to a vacant house and sitting on the floor the whole time.
Exactly.
So I say, if you're new or you're trying to drum up business, go throw a sign in somebody's yard, do an open house. And then when somebody walks in, don't attack them. Hi. Come check the house.
Yeah.
Have you been looking long?
Right.
Are you from around here? Oh, that sounds awesome. Did you see the upstairs? Did you want to see the upstairs? I'll follow you. That. Like, then you just like communicate with them. And then at the end, then you say, are you working with a real estate agent? I really love to work with you. Because here's the thing. If they walk in the door and you're like, hi, are you working with a realtor? Please sign in my checklist.
God.
Please sign it. Sorry.
Don't do it.
Of course, they're going to be like, no, I have a realtor. So even if that's true or not true, and they end up liking you after the 10 minutes they walk through the house, they're not going to swallow their pride and say, oh yeah, by the way, we're lying. We don't really have a realtor. I mean, 95% of the time, someone's going to be like, well, she was cool, but I already said
that I had one. Yeah.
So don't attack them.
I think like be normal was your tip.
100%.
Like be a person and be normal.
Who knew how hard that was until I got into real estate for people to be normal. Like,
what did you do before real estate?
I was in the Navy right out of high school, and then I went to I went to the state parks right before I became a realtor.
Okay, cool.
So I was a law enforcement park ranger, so I carried a gun.
Nice. You carry a gun now still?
Oh,
CCW?
Okay.
Yeah. That's been like a big topic for.
You never know what I might be carrying. So.
It's like in your hair. I don't know.
Yeah, I have one that clips into my bra.
There you go. Nice. Except you're wearing a dress right today. That'd be kind of awkward. Like, where do you get it? Okay, cool. So did you have a final bonus tip for us? Or was that your bonus tip?
Tip number 5?
Yeah.
We were at 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so tip number 5, what is my best? Get involved in your community.
Okay.
Don't do it to get business. Do not walk in there and say, hi, I'm a realtor. My name's Bob. Hi, I'm Bob. I'm here to help.
Yeah.
I guarantee you your job will come up in regular conversations when you're volunteering. So go find something you're passionate about. I love building houses. So obviously I do Habitat for Humanity. I do anything with children and stuff like that. Like you want to go in and do what's going to be feeling good for you.
Right.
Like
that's
I get to help you. Yeah, I get to help youth, and it's my favorite thing. It makes me cry when I see one of my guys' success. I'm like I
Yay.
have my intern JT, or my former intern now.
Mhm.
He just got offered a scholarship to DePaul University for
Oh,
basketball, and
nice.
I'm just like, you know what I
That's
mean? Like,
awesome. But I
just
like
so.
it. And that's something that we like talk about on the podcast all the time. It's like getting business is not difficult if you stay authentic, right? So like
Genuine.
look at your life and then be like, okay, what am I currently doing? How can I like, and yes, be normal, but also business will come up. Everybody's favorite thing to talk about is real estate and the weather. Like that's it. That's what people talk about. And
Mhm.
it'll be easy, right?
Yeah.
But then when you want to grow your business, be purposeful about writing down what you do.
Mhm.
Seems so easy, Candy.
Yeah, and then also don't go scatterbrained. Like, everybody who's a brand new agent wants to buy everything, advertising, billboards, this,
Stop
that.
it
Stop,
immediately.
just
Yes.
stop, just wait. You'll have plenty of time to spend all the money in the world. Like,
Right.
just work your first year, put your head down. Don't be like, I'll guarantee a smooth transaction. And I'm sitting there watching, like, how?
How? You don't even know how to
How?
do it.
I can't even guarantee a smooth turn. I can guarantee you I can make it as smooth as possible. And if
Right.
something comes up, I will be able to handle it.
Right.
But I can't get, I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I know that if it's a regular transaction, I'll guarantee you, but we got
Right.
divorces, people, solar,
Always
we got
something.
all
Right.
kind of stuff, things coming
Right.
up on the clue or the title report. So
Yeah.
you never know what's going to throw at you. So be on your toes, like, too. So
No, exactly. That's cool. Well, it's been really fun interviewing you. What do you have going on right now? What are you working on?
I am remodeling my house. I have 2 listings to stage and paint, and
Okay.
then gonna get my eyelashes done.
Oh, hey. Do you have any? You said you love coaching and training. Are you doing anything?
So I do a lot of speaking events,
Okay.
and I'm doing the co-host event too. It's called Lift Off Agent, What's Next for Real Estate. It's going to
Okay.
be October the 27th and 28th, and it's a 2-day event. It's only $10 a ticket. All ticket sales go to an orphanage, and 16 keynote speakers talking about systems. We're breaking it down from the beginning to social media, to branding, to
Nice.
advertising, to all these different things. And you're going to hear from 16 different people across the board, and they're all great speakers. We have, Ed Stulak, I know because we're friends, and he does Instagram coaching.
Nice.
And that's how we met each other, is through the Instagram coaching. So he's going to be on there, be a big deal about, like, talk about, Instagram and how you can build your market through there. I talk a lot about TikTok and how you can grow your market through there, and the systems and the genuineness. Those are the 3 things I teach. So if you want to check it out, it's Liftoff Agent, at Liftoff Agent on Instagram.
Okay, perfect. So they just go to Instagram, do at Liftoff Agent. It'll be there, all the information
So
if they want to get tickets.
right in the bio. Yep.
Okay, perfect. And if people want to get a hold of you directly, what's the best way?
Always Instagram.
Okay.
At Candy Bowen Realtor. I check that probably the most, but my cell is 520-488-4940. If I don't answer, leave a message and I will call back, I'm sure.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to all your success, Candy. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for being
It
on.
was so fun. I apologize for the delay, but thank you so much.
Have a good
Okay.
day.
Have a nice day. Yeah, you too. Bye.